royal family's misogynistic and full of bullying and they're all racist. Now you've both been accused of it. Good afternoon, Royal Editor Robert Jobson. I've got a big grin on my chops.
Well, what goes around comes around, doesn't it, really, Jeremy? I mean, it's. I mean, I must admit, when I read it initially, I thought that he was probably being, in a way, picked on. You know, he'd made a mistake. But if you actually listen to what this chief of the charity is saying, you know, she's just trying to run it as it should be run, and he's running it, you know, as if it's his plaything. I'd really quite like to know, you know, when he's raised this £1 million or whatever it is, playing polo, how many flights he's taken with the charity. I think there needs to be a bit of an audit of this charity, particularly as a lot of the money that went into this money was the money from Diana originally. You know, Diana had the Diana Fund, and then it went into the William and Harry Foundation. And when that split, all that money went into Centre Bali. Well, it'd be rather ironic and wrong, wouldn't it, if a lot of money now goes in some big legal case, which it does sound like it's going that way.
You strip it down, though, right? And I'm with you. I read it and I thought, hold on, this is just somebody. But Harry Cole made a great point. Completely no comment, nothing official, sources close to, although they railed against that. That's what's wrong with the media, sources close to. I would say, I would go further and say that this shines a light on both of them as exactly everything that everybody has suspected they are. And I think it's extraordinary, mate, because they have they've lectured their own family, they've lectured the media, they've lectured every person in the world about how important it is to be caring and sharing. And isn't it ironic in that instance when they both can now be accused of the very things, Robert Jobson, that they seem to point the finger at everybody, from the late Queen to his father to the press to anybody you want to know. Have a look in the bloody mirror is what I'd say.
Misogynoir, what was that? Misogynoir? I'd never heard of it before. No. But it's, you know,
Have Robert Jobson and Jeremy Kyle sunk to a new low? We're venturing down a path where these two men are seen celebrating Sophie Chandalkar for her baseless attacks on Prince Harry and Meghan. It's a path that's far from honourable. Rather than pursuing truth, they've chosen to laud someone who's merely the latest to join the chorus of unfounded criticism against the Sussexes. Let's delve into the actions of these three individuals and the impact of their actions. Robert Jobson and Jeremy Kyle have been openly celebrating Sophie Chandalkar's baseless attacks. This is the unfortunate reality we find ourselves in today. It is a scene of blatant disregard for truth and objectivity, where these two figures have chosen to applaud an individual who has joined the growing ranks of those targeting Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Let's delve into the actions of Jobson and Kyle. Their support for Sophie Chandalkar, the current leader at Centre Bali, has been unwavering, despite multiple complaints lodged against her by various trustees. Yet their focus isn't on these allegations or on the welfare of Centre Bali. Instead, they've latched onto Chandalkar's groundless claims against the Sussexes. This isn't a quest for truth or justice, but a relentless campaign against Harry and Meghan. Jobson and Kyle's actions speak volumes about their priorities. They're more concerned with fueling negativity against the Sussexes than with seeking the truth. They've taken every opportunity to tarnish Harry and Meghan's image, even going as far as to endorse Chandalkar's unfounded accusations of racism and bullying. But what's even more concerning is how Jobson and Kyle have ignored the real issue at hand: Chandalkar's alleged poor leadership at Centre Bali. They've chosen to overlook this critical aspect, focusing instead on using Chandalkar as another weapon in their ongoing campaign against the Sussexes. It's a clear demonstration of their agenda: to relentlessly target Harry and Meghan, irrespective of the truth. In essence, Jobson and Kyle have become cheerleaders for the hate machine against the Sussexes. Instead of using their platforms to promote honesty and fairness, they've opted to perpetuate misinformation and foster animosity. They've willingly embraced Chandalkar, not because they believe in her cause, but because she serves as a convenient tool in their persistent assault on Harry and Meghan. Their actions reveal a relentless agenda to target the Sussexes, regardless of the truth. It's a disturbing narrative that's been pushed by these two figures, one that's devoid of any real substance or credibility. Despite this, Harry and Meghan continue to rise above the noise, proving that truth and integrity will always triumph over deceit and manipulation. As Sophie Chandalkar's claims against Prince Harry are not only false, but also an insult to those who truly experience discrimination. The allegations she has put forth, painting the prince as a figure of racism and bullying, are unfounded and dismissive of the realities of racial prejudice and bigotry experienced by many individuals daily. Sophie Chandauka's position at Centrale should have been one of leadership and positive influence. However, her tenure has been marked by a series of missteps and a failure to address the concerns of multiple trustees. Instead of stepping up and taking responsibility for her shortcomings, she has chosen to deflect blame onto Prince Harry, a tactic that is not only disingenuous but also damaging to the reputation of a man who has dedicated a significant portion of his life to philanthropy and social justice. Sophie's allegations against Prince Harry are not only baseless, but also counterproductive. They serve to detract from the real issues at hand, including her own questionable leadership at Centrale. Any attempt to address these issues is sidelined by her unfounded accusations, creating an environment of hostility and division, rather than one of cooperation and progress. What's more, these allegations are being enthusiastically embraced by Robert Jobson and Jeremy Kyle. They see Sophie's actions as a means to further their own agenda, an agenda that is marked by a relentless and unyielding attack on Prince Harry and Meghan. They are not interested in the truth, nor in fairness or justice. Their sole aim is to fuel negativity and hostility towards the Sussexes, and they are more than willing to use Sophie Chandauka's baseless claims as ammunition. Sophie Chandauka has become a tool in Jobson and Kyle's obsessive campaign against the Sussexes. Her unfounded allegations and failure in leadership have been conveniently overlooked by these two as they continue their relentless assault on Prince Harry and Meghan. It's high time we recognize this for what it is: a blatant attempt to smear two individuals who have done nothing but strive to make a positive impact on the world. Jobson and Kyle's actions are part of a larger hate machine, a mechanism that thrives on negativity and feeds off the relentless attacks on Harry and Meghan. It's a beast that grows stronger with every new assailant who steps into the ring, armed with baseless accusations and unfounded claims. The hate machine doesn't care for justice or fairness. It doesn't strive for honesty or truth. Its only purpose is to tear down two individuals who have done nothing but strive to live their lives with purpose, dignity, and genuine concern for the well-being of others. And when someone like Sophie Chandauka steps in, the trolls rejoice. They celebrate the addition of a new voice to their chorus of vitriol, a new tool in their arsenal of manipulation. But let's be clear, this isn't about seeking the truth or holding people accountable. It's about their relentless agenda to target the Sussexes at every turn, to twist the narrative in a way that always frames Harry as the problem, regardless of the facts. The hate machine is a blind beast, incapable of seeing the real issues, the real failures. It's a beast that Jobson and Kyle feed with glee, their smiles wide as they watch Chandauka spread misinformation and false claims. Jobson and Kyle are not journalists, they are propagandists for an ongoing smear campaign. They are professional attackers, building their platforms on lies and manufactured outrage, their actions only serving to fuel the hate machine's insatiable appetite. It's time to call Jobson, Kyle, and Chandauka out for what they are. Let's recap. Robert Jobson and Jeremy Kyle have become cheerleaders for baseless attacks, celebrating Sophie Chandauka's unfounded claims against Prince Harry and Meghan. They've turned a blind eye to the real issues at hand, such as Chandauka's questionable leadership at Centrale. Why? Because it serves their unyielding agenda to target the Sussexes. These individuals don't seek truth or justice. Their sole purpose is to fuel negativity and animosity against Harry and Meghan, regardless of the facts. Their support for Chandauka is a testament to this, as they delight in her spreading of misinformation. They've built their platforms on lies and manufactured outrage, becoming professional attackers rather than responsible journalists. But let's remember, the truth is resilient. It's steadfast in the face of deceit and manipulation, and so too are Prince Harry and Meghan. The truth will always stand, and Prince Harry and Meghan will continue to rise above the noise.